with more of the optics and the antics from the G20 summit. All right, you thought those videos were interesting? This is a video we received just about an hour ago. I'm going to show you President Macron of France apparently telling bin Salman, the crown prince, he's going to say something like, "You never listened to me." And then the two men start laughing. It's kind of peculiar. Here, let's take a listen.
Because I told you
it's kind of a bizarre moment, and he keeps, there's this moment, the two men apparently are laughing and seemingly almost poking fun at each other. Macron says, "You never listened to me." And then bin Salman says, "Ah, yes, I do. Yes, I do." It's kind of weird. Macron says, "You did talk to my guy, right?" Bin Salman says, "Yes, yes, I got the message." Exactly what they're discussing, not exactly sure, but the exchange does seem to convey almost like a certain coziness between these two leaders. All right, now we move away from the optics and move to the business of the G20 itself, a summit where it looks like the big headline is going to be China getting its way, and to some measure, Mr. Trump giving in. But there's also the business of NAFTA and the business of whether the United States president will, in fact, change his mind and meet with the leaders of Russia and Saudi Arabia after all. For more on all of this, we take you now live to Buenos Aires and my colleague, Scottie Nell Hughes. Scottie, set the scene for us.
Hey, Rick. Well, let me set the scene right now. Actually, we have the Chinese delegation actually going behind us as we speak. So this is, we would assume this would be Xi Jinping himself that is coming in. We are right down the street, actually. President Vladimir Putin just passed us with his delegation 2 minutes ago. So it's obvious these leaders have been filled their morning and their early afternoon with lots of meetings, and now they're going to take a little bit of a break before getting ready for the evening ceremonies. Now, as you mentioned in your opening, Rick, it has definitely been an interesting morning and seeing who the friends were that were made. Now, you and I have probably been given advice, bad advice at times. In fact, you should see half the clothes that I wore during high school. That was very bad advice. And right now I have to wonder, what is President Donald Trump wondering about the advice he was giving concerning canceling his meeting with President Vladimir Putin? Because as you look at this morning, you showed the video of the handshake that I think has to be the coolest handshake amongst politicians that I've ever seen. But you're seeing pictures that are starting to emerge of different leaders, even though somewhat odd and at odds with each other on foreign policy, at least facing each other one-on-one and talking, whether it be first with some hard lines, but then also, ending with a laughter and a smile. There's two ways you deal with an enemy. One, you either look at them straight in the eye, you call them out, you say, "I want a solution, you need to stop," or two, you ignore them and you go another way. Well, it looks like President Donald Trump did the one where he decided that he was going to stay away from them. And yet many other leaders, as we've seen at the G20, have said, "Nope, I'm actually going to confront you one-on-one and let's talk this out." Now, I have to say, you did see today probably one of the most interesting meetings that you had. And the one that I think is one that's kind of turning out to be the belle of the G20 ball is the Chinese Prime Minister Xi Jinping, as he met with Turkey's Erdogan earlier today and had a very productive meeting. You're also also seeing MBS and Putin. You saw that handshake. And now we're finding out that you had President Trump's agenda and who he's met with today. You saw that he met with the Argentinian President Macron. You also saw that he met with Prime Minister Shinzo Abe earlier. And in that, they also brought in the Indian Prime Minister Modi. They exchanged. We're told we've got another delegation heading behind us, Russia. And then we've got more Russia delegation that is behind us. Like I said, that's the great thing about being here on site in the G20. You never know who's going to be in the cars behind you. But there was pleasantries that were exchanged, we were told, between President Trump and the Crown Prince himself. It'd be interesting to see if there was more than that going forward. There was also some interesting moments as well when you saw Turkey's president and Saudi Arabia's president kind of give each other the biggest side eye, obviously not even smiling at each other, just continuing to be opposite. So in the end, the family photo, Donald Trump was front and center in his red tie. But like I said, tonight is more of a social event, so it'll be interesting to see how they all get along. Reporting here live with the motorcade behind me here at the G20 for RT, Scottie Nell Hughes. Back to you, Rick.
You got to love the phraseology there, the belle of the G20 ball. Thank you, Scottie, so much.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe to never stop questioning more.